Well, finally the lights have come alive here. I was there in the afternoon and there were so many cars like parked onto that side. जैसे कि पहली बार सड़क में निकला है गाड़ी लेकर, उन्हें पता नहीं है लाइटों पर कैसे बिहेव करना होता है. I mean, just look over here. It's just standing. Parked है उधर पे. ओ खड़ जा. Zero patience, freaking brain dead asshats. Is it just me, or have you seen like people who buy the motorcycles from Enfield's competitors, like direct competitors, and let's say in the 350 segment? The content of their Instagram revolves around dissing Enfields, like legit. Every second or third reel is gonna be around, dissing Enfield one way or the other, directly or indirectly. I mean, technically, yeah, it's all rage baiting just for the engagement and the views and to get the Enfield users worked up. And I've also seen some Enfield riders do the very same thing. But the majority what I have witnessed, or maybe that's how my algorithm is, what I've seen is it's usually the Honda owners or the KTM owners, I don't know, even the Ninja owners I have seen just dissing Royal Enfield for, I don't know, being vibey, being slower than the competition, and for God knows what reason. But just putting it out there, I've witnessed it. Maybe my algorithm is tuned that way. It's the creator economy, and people can and will do anything to get views and engagement and whatnot. That's it. That's all. Also saw someone commenting on Honda's reliability because the rim of their front wheel, I guess it bent a little because they drove into a pothole or something. And they straight up went after the Honda's reliability. I mean, what's Honda gonna do about that if you're gonna ride into a ditch? Thus, it's the reliability of engine. It's called a bulletproof engine, not a bulletproof rim. These damages occur because of have you seen the size of the potholes or the kind of obstacles that our road has? Okay, so there's one thing that I find absolutely ridiculous is there are so many people out there who are constantly complaining, they want a motorcycle that has no vibrations at all, an ICE motorcycle that has no vibrations. That is just anti-physics. Is that a word? Do you get what I'm trying to say? People want a motorcycle that has no vibe, that is purely vibrationless. I don't know how that happens. Like if there are moving parts, it's a machine, there's combustion, friction and whatnot, and you want it to be like and single cylinder, and you want it to be under budget, you want that thing to cost 1 lakh rupees. What are you nuts? कौन सी अफीम खा के आए हो? घूम फिर के लोगों का आर्ग्यूमेंट यहीं पे आता है कि look at the Japanese machines, they don't have vibrations. I don't know what are you riding, but pick up any sporty motorcycle, yes, there are going to be vibrations after a certain speed limit. As far as for the Highness and this CB350 RS also, it's just that those are a little underclocked. Those engines are not open to their full potential. They are kept a little underpowered. That is why the Honda's engines, they are a little long lasting. Wow. Greeted with another gorgeous view, I must say. I find it utterly ridiculous people who just keeps on complaining, and the spec sheet warriors are the most annoying bunch. Just go out there, ride the goddamn motorcycles. Stop nitpicking. Stop tearing those spec sheets apart. And if you want to buy a goddamn motorcycle, rather than just, going into the random ass comment section on Reddit, Instagram, in DMs on YouTube, just take the goddamn test ride of that motorcycle. How difficult is that? You want to decide between a Meteor or a Highness or an Expulse or KLX, just ride the goddamn motorcycle, take that test ride, take it out for a spin. You'll have all the answers that you need. You'll have all the clarity that you need. It's not that difficult. I mean, I get the emotion or the feeling behind it, or the fear that if you're putting in that much money, you don't want your motorcycle or your vehicle to give you problems, and that's a legit concern. But I'm telling you, any motorcycle, any brand that you go for, no, it's not going to give you problems, unless of course it was fucked from the unit, which happens in the very first batches of any brand of single cylinders mostly. Can't really say for the high-end motorcycles, because if you're doing it there, I'd suggest just stay away from that brand. And do not alter your decisions just because some guy on YouTube said so. Because I've seen this, like these influencers, they are called influencers because they can influence your decision. And if you're someone who follow them religiously, I'm telling you, they're gonna influence your decision. If you're someone who loves a Royal Enfield and you want to buy it, but then you see that your favorite influencer is a KTM or a Honda person, I'm pretty sure you're just gonna go for a KTM or a Honda, and you're gonna feel like it's in your best interest not to buy that Enfield. That's not how it is. हो सकता है उनका एक्सपीरियंस उसके साथ खराब रहा होगा, ज़रूरी नहीं है तुम्हारा भी रहे. Just do your services and checkups and whatnot in proper intervals, and why is your machine gonna give you any problem? It's a machine after all. It just needs to be taken care of. That's all. God damn, look at these सरसों का खेत यार.